Does Jesus mention the Sabbath? A challenge for skeptics. Many claim that Jesus did not emphasize the Sabbath, suggesting it was abolished or no longer relevant for Christians. But did Jesus really set aside the fourth commandment? In fact, he declared, "The Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath." Matthew 12:8. Skeptics and non-believers, we challenge you. Can you disprove these biblical facts? 1. Jesus declared himself Lord of the Sabbath. Matthew 12:8. For the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath day. Jesus did not say he is Lord of Sunday. He affirmed his authority over the Sabbath, not to abolish it, but to show its true meaning. If the Sabbath was about to be abolished, why would he claim lordship over it? Skeptics, can you explain? 2. Jesus kept the Sabbath as his custom. Luke 4:16. And he came to Nazareth, where he had been brought up, and as his custom was, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day, and stood up for to read. If Jesus planned to do away with the Sabbath, why was it his custom to keep it? Would he follow a law he was about to abolish? Where does Jesus say he changed the Sabbath? 3. Jesus taught how to properly keep the Sabbath, not to abolish it. Mark 2:27-28. And he said unto them, The Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore the Son of Man is Lord also of the Sabbath. Some misinterpret this verse, claiming Jesus downplayed the Sabbath. But notice he says, was made for man, meaning all of humanity, not just Jews. Instead of removing the Sabbath, he corrected the legalistic traditions that had burdened it. Where does Jesus say the Sabbath is abolished? 4. Jesus prophesied that the Sabbath would continue after his resurrection. Matthew 24:20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. Jesus gave this warning about the destruction of Jerusalem in 70 AD, nearly 40 years after his resurrection. If the Sabbath was no longer important, why would he mention it? Skeptics, can you explain? 5. The disciples and Paul kept the Sabbath after Jesus' resurrection. Acts 13:42-44. Gentiles asked Paul to preach to them on the next Sabbath. If Sunday had replaced the Sabbath, why didn't Paul tell them to meet the next day? Acts 17:2. And Paul, as his manner was, went in unto them, and 3 Sabbath days reasoned with them out of the Scriptures. If Jesus changed the Sabbath to Sunday, why didn't Paul or the apostles ever mention it? Skeptics, show us where Sunday worship is commanded in Scripture. 6. The Sabbath will be kept in the new earth. Isaiah 66:22-23. For as the new heavens and the new earth, from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord. If the Sabbath will be observed in eternity, why do people say it was abolished? Skeptics, explain this.